dirty, stinking, grey back, 300-pound burger eating Americans get the fuck out of Jamaica.
What up, this is Solo Traveler ORD back again with another video review. So with this review, we're gonna go over passport sis foolery again and some more, because we all know that we love the passport sis and what goes on with them, the destruction and the craziness that they do, and how we know that at the end of the day, it will not go well for them. However they try to leave the United States and try to find a partner in these other countries, you know that 90% of them are not gonna work out, while only a few of them it will work out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these videos and see what up. First off, we got this one lady who actually living in Colombia, who was actually warning the other passport sis from going to Colombia.
If you're thinking about coming to Colombia, I'm in Medellin right now, and I was looking for what to know before you go to Medellin. Nobody said this thing, and hear this out. Every woman here, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm telling you, they're all got their bodies done, face card, hair. So make sure your outfits are on point. Make sure your makeup is on point, because if you go, I went out last night. I said it's a Thursday. I'm not gonna do too much because I don't want to stand out too much.
Nah, sis.
I felt like I didn't belong. I was like, oh my God, I want to go home. I don't feel like I'm that bitch in this place, because every girl that walked through that door was stunning. So get your A game together.
Yeah. A lot of y'all women, y'all need to understand, you can't be coming out the house with no jogging fit on or pajamas on and think you're going to be looking nice. You know, a lot of these women think that they try to take that American culture mindset with them to these other countries, and it just doesn't work out, because with these other countries, when everybody come out and bring their A game looking nice, you make yourself look bad. And a lot of the times, a lot of these American women, they have the attitude of take me as I am, because they believe that they are the prize no matter what. But it doesn't work out that way in these other countries. So, hey, go do what you want to do at your own risk, and thinking that it's going to work out like how it works out in the States, it's not going to happen. Let's move on.
And while we're at it, if we're staying away from the Dominican men, stay away from the Cuban men. And if we're staying away from the Cuban men, stay away from the Puerto Rican men. And if we're staying away from the Puerto Rican men, please stay away from the Salvadorian men. And if we're also staying away from the Salvadorian men, Mexico, you thought you were safe? Lárguense, stay away from the Mexican men. Colombians, Guatemalans, and Spaniards, feel free to leave the chat. Peruvian men, there was never a place for you here. And did I say Cuban men? Because stay away from Cuban men, stay away from Cuban men, stay away from Cuban men.
You've been around, sis, and that right there lets you know what's going on. Not having a good time out there, trying to date these men. It ain't the same. It ain't like the men in the United States. You know, a lot of times women, they would love to say that the men in the United States are horrible and so forth, until they start going out to these other countries and find out that American men are actually a lot better than what they expected. But let's move on. And this is the reason why I don't fly Spirit. I stay away from Spirit because of stuff like this. Check it out.
And guess what?
All I gotta say is, once they go into bankruptcy and lose a lot of their routes, a lot of these women, they're gonna start catching Greyhound buses, because they are not gonna be able to fly on these upper class and I won't even say that they're truly upper class, but more expensive airlines such as American, Delta, United, because they're gonna raise their rates once they could grab these routes. And because Spirit is the only reason why a lot of these airlines have kept their fares pretty low. Well, once Spirit is gone, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be a wrap.
Okay, so 3 cons. The roads, some of the potholes are like literally they will take your car apart, and they have these speed bumps. You know, like in the States, the speed bumps, like they give you a warning. These speed bumps are in the dark, they're not marked, and you will like hit a bump and leave your soul like behind you. So the roads are definitely takes a little getting used to. And the drainage system is not working, so when it rains, it floods. Also, the trash, the waste management here is trash. Like it's absolutely awful. It doesn't exist. The other big con for me is like shipping, importing. If you want to live like an American here, it's definitely going to cost you like triple the price. Or anything imported, not just American, but European, anything that's brought into the country, they're gonna jack you. The last con, I would say, oh God, the car situation here is an absolute nightmare. I have never seen such a bad car situation. First of all, they say if it's not used here in Kenya, that it's like new. That makes no sense. So it could be like 20 years old in another country, probably Japan, which means that all of your digital stuff is going to be in Japanese, which is very annoying and no one knows how to change it. They'll still charge, they'll be like, oh, but that's $65,000. I'm like, USD? And they're like, yes, that's a good price. No, it's not. So a lot of times when I see videos of people talking about like how cheap it is to live here, I think you can do things cheap and there are things that are definitely cheaper. But I think if you're coming here thinking like you're going to live like an American, that's like definitely triple the price. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. Bridging the gap with Khalees. I love the continent. You should too, because it's where you're from. And peace.
Yeah, so that's something to think about for a lot of the passport sis that are out here traveling and possibly thinking about moving to another country. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you guys, but all these other countries are not like United States. They're not like America. And you're going to lose a lot of what you're used to having in the United States, not only from, as you can see, some of those social services for people in these cities and so forth, but also, you know, also to add to it, you also lose your protection of what you guys are used to doing as far as talking crazy to other men, and you have no fear of any retaliation because you know that the police will have your back. Well, these other countries, it ain't like that. So besides the fact that, you know, you have that situation, but as you can see, you know, this is stuff that women actually feel comfortable living around. Well, you're not going to get that going to these other countries. You know, it's not going to be like how it is in the States. So, you know, fortunately, men have made things pretty well for women in the States that, you know, if they try to go to another country, it's just hard for them. It's hard for them to adapt to it. But good luck if you guys can. But I know men, we find ways to adapt to our situation. It's just what it is, you know, because we always look at logically at how it's going to help us out in the long run and so forth. But let's move on to the next video. So just recently, you all know that we had Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica. So here is some passport sis that actually stayed in Jamaica, which I don't understand why they even decided to do that. Because as soon as you knew that the hurricane was coming, I would have left. I would not even went on the trip. But we all know that a lot of passport sis, they go down to Jamaica so that they can get that bamboo stick. So for that reason, they couldn't resist but to go down there during a hurricane. Let's check it out.
So why couldn't we leave when y'all fucking feeding us pastries for breakfast and we still had to pay full price to stay here? Like, come on.
May I ask where you're going now?
We going to get something to eat.
Everything closed across the street. Everything closed. Gas station, shopping mall, everything closed.
So what are y'all doing for gas? You all knew this food was coming, right? So you gonna give us bag lunches, bag breakfast, some pastries? That's so interesting.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
People are out there, they're trying to get their minds ready for what is to come because they know that this is not going to be normal for them. I think it would be empathetic if you guys would stop the whining and listen to the locals, follow the directions, and trying to stay safe. One of the most irritating things I've seen about this storm is all of these foreigners that is on the land in Jamaica, on the ground, complaining about everything that is taking place, that is going wrong for them. The lack of empathy for Jamaican citizens that are there that is actually going through one of the worst natural disasters that you can think of in this lifetime, certainly probably in mine. Nobody is looking at the fact that these people are about to lose everything, include some individuals losing their lives. All they can complain about is the water in their room. The locals in the hotels ain't giving them what they want. There's no room service, there's nothing. And these are people that left their families and they're actually at work. And people are complaining about giving 1 stars to hotel and all that. Like people really and truly give 1 iota about your 1 stars. The fact is, there are so many people that are out there now in a critical state because these winds and whatever Melissa is about to bring is going to ruin major infrastructure on that island. It just goes to show a lack of empathy and, more importantly, the privileged mindset that you have allowed to develop over these several years.
And now y'all see what men in the West been complaining about, dealing about with these women, that a lot of these women feel entitled. They have no empathy to even notice that this national destruction is about to hit this country and level them. And they're sitting there complaining that they can't get what they want. You should have left. You should have left. You should not even have went down there knowing that this hurricane was coming. Or as soon as you went down there and found out that the hurricane was coming, you should have got your ass out of there. This is sad. This is kind of, you know, we're used to this. We kind of see how these women are and how they operate. You know, no care in the world. They just want to be their needs met or what they want met. And that's all that matters to them.
Jamaica is in shambles. I'm on my period, first day, so I'm already not in the fucking mood. All you big, dirty, stinking, grey back, 300-pound burger eating Americans, get the fuck out of Jamaica. I don't care if you have to swim back, get out. Y'all know Jamaican hurricane season. You know the Caribbean have hurricane season during this time, so that's one thing I really should know that. This hurricane has been coming for a week now. You had time to change your flight. You had time to check out and go back to your godforsaken country.
That's right.
And you don't have the audacity to complain about the food you're getting. Oh, we're only getting pastries for breakfast. Oh, they're giving us like goodie bags with snacks and things in there. Like, where's the buffet? Why isn't the buffet open? You guys are so dense and so ridiculous. It's actually comical. It's funny. These people at the hotel who are rationing and portioning out food for all of you ungrateful people, their house is now flat. They have no roof, flooded, no car, no goat, no sheep, no mango tree. Everything is gone. Everything is fucking gone. Yet they came to the hotel to make sure you guys are okay. And they're like, oh, we still have to pay nightly to be there. Yes, because Una could get the fuck out and go up on the street. You know how much people don't have no house right now? You know how many people don't have no bed to sleep in right now? Now you choose to come to Jamaica with your cheap self and come to cheap hotel. The people I see complaining are complaining at a Rio. Sorry, but if you were at a Secrets or a Hilton, you wouldn't be complaining because those people aren't posting videos, right? Right. But you want a cheap ass hotel and you're at the Rio right now and you're complaining that the buffet isn't open? Go suck on them. Yo.
Man, yeah, a lot to say. But brothers and sisters, this is what is going on in Jamaica. You know, pray for them. Pray for those that are on the island because they got hit with some mess. I've seen the after effect. That is a big disaster that had hit them. And make sure if you got friends or family that go check up on them. You know, so hey. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm out.